Hey, what's up guys? I'm BTC. The Overwatch PTR just got updated. It looks like Lucio is getting a buff, and Blizzard definitely needs to hire me for their Overwatch team. We're going to start the patch notes in the general section. Details about each hero's unique backstory, along with information about some of their lore-inspired skins, have been added to the hero gallery. So let's go and check out some of it. So for Ana, you can see it says, former second-in-command of Overwatch. Ana Amari uses her skills and expertise to defend her home and the people she cares for. So if we go into the skins, you'll see that, like, for this stuff, because they're just, you know, a color swap, there's nothing there. But if you go to the Shrike one, it says, recently, Ana has operated under the alias of Shrike and is wanted for espionage, assault, and theft in Egypt. Alright, next up, competitive play. A tracking system has been added to the Assault and Assault Escort maps that will allow us to break ties based on the progress that was made toward capturing the objective. Developer comments, to mitigate draws in competitive play, we're implementing a system that tracks each team's progress on the objective. This will work similarly to the system that's already in place for the Escort and the Assault Escort maps, which grants a win to the team that pushes the payload the farthest. Now, even if neither team successfully captures the objective, a winner can be determined based on which team captured the largest portion. Alright, so at the beginning of this video, I said Blizzard needs to hire me, and this is why. A couple weeks ago, I made a video basically explaining how they can completely eliminate draws in all competitive play, basically forever, right? And the video got, you know, a decent amount of views. I don't know if somebody at Blizzard saw it. I know that sometimes the Blizzard devs do actually check out my videos, but I don't know if they saw this specific one. But the new system that they're proposing is literally the exact thing, the exact method that I suggested in my video. Like, down to the very detail, the exact method. So if any of you from Blizzard are watching this video right now, feel free to send me an email with a job offer to work for your dev team, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I could tell you to help improve the game. Now, I know some of you guys are probably not going to believe me, so I'm going to include a link to that video that I made a couple weeks ago. It'll be down below and on the screen. You can go and check it out if you want. So how the new system is going to work, the basics, a team no longer has to completely capture one objective point more than their opponent in order to gain a win. If both teams have the same score and run out of time, they're now going to compare the maximum capture percentage of each team on the last objective that they were both trying to complete. The team with the highest capture percentage on that objective will win. This is not based on the progressive points like the 33 and the 66 point markers. Instead, it's completely granular scale of 0 to 100%. The 3 pie pieces, you know, still function as normal, but that's not the determining factor. So let me give you a quick example. Team A on offense takes point 1, doesn't take point 2, but in one hard push was able to reach 73% captured before the defenders wiped out the offense, and the capture progress returns back down to the tick mark of the 67%. Team B is now on offense, and they take point 1 as well. To win the game, Team B now has to reach 74% captured on point 2 in order to win. They don't even need to capture the second point fully, they just have to capture it more than the other team. So under this new system, it is extremely unlikely that any game should ever end in a draw again. The only way it's going to happen is if both teams get the exact same percentage, which is very, very unlikely. Next up is custom games and the game browser. Custom game settings can now be saved as a preset from the game's detail page. This is awesome. I have to do lots of ability testing and myth-busting videos and that sort of stuff. So this means that I can make like my little preset and I don't have to go in and constantly redo it every time I'm trying to test something. Also, you can use this to set up like an aim practice kind of map, and you can do that to warm up for like 15-20 minutes before you actually go into competitive. So this is really awesome. It's a, you know, it's a very simple thing, but it's definitely really cool. I'm super glad that they added this. Next up are the map changes. A new route has been added to Eichenwald that connects the attacking team's spawn area to the capture point. So let me show you where that is. Previously, the attacking team would always have to go through this area right here. Some of the characters, like D.Va and Winston and stuff, could always go over the bridge, but most of the characters on the attacking team always had to go under it right here. Now, you could go into this area, or you could swing around here and go through there, but this little spot right here, this line, was where a defender who's playing Mei could basically block off the entire area. It was extremely difficult. This is one of the hardest choke points in the game. So Blizzard went and they added a new entrance, which is this one right here. Previously, this room used to have like a whole bunch of clutter and stuff in it, but now you can see we've got this doorway. It is a lot smaller than the one over there, so someone like a Junkrat can just kind of like zone out this area just firing grenades, or a Pharah could just fire grenades into here. You're probably going to hit a whole bunch of people. So this is a little bit more risky, but it does open up another option in case they have a really solid defense here. You can always kind of get your team to kind of group up like right here, or kind of group up right here. Use your speed boost and bring everybody through, and then you can try to come like up and around or something like that. So it should make this choke point a little bit easier for the attacking teams, and ensuring that they have a better chance at least capturing the payload on this map. So the last thing is the hero update. Some major changes to Lucio. Sonic Amplifier. The projectile speed increased from 40 to 50. Alternate fire now considers vertical orientation when knocking enemies back. Crossfade, Song's area of effect radius decreased from 30 meters to 10 meters. A temporary in-game visual has been added to illustrate this radius. It is only visible to Lucio and his teammates. The heal song, healing per second, has been increased by 50%. Also applies to Lucio's Amp It Up ability. Sound barrier radius decreased from 30 meters to 20 meters. Wall ride movement speed increased by 30% when wall riding. Lucio now receives a burst of speed when leaping off a wall. Developer comments. Lucio has often felt like a must-pick due to his raw healing output and the versatility of providing a speed bonus to your entire team. The goal of these changes is to keep those elements feeling strong, but making them harder to apply to everyone on your team at all times. The end result is that he should feel stronger with teams that he can stay close to, but not as strong when on teams with heroes that are often spread out, such as Pharah, Widow, Genji, etc. Much of Lucio's character power was tied up in his large passive auras, which caused other elements of his kit to be weakened over time in an attempt to balance him. Now that his auras are more focused, it will allow them to be much stronger and allow Lucio to be more active in his role. Now, at first glance, when you look at this, you're like, oh, well, you know, they nerfed a little bit, they buffed a little bit, so kind of balances out, right? No, not even close. These changes are a massive, massive buff to Lucio. Players that know how to use the character are now going to be way better than they were before. Now, on the higher skill levels of play and in the pro tournament, you're going to see even more Lucio, if that was even possible. Right now, Lucio has a 96% pick rate. With these changes, I would not be surprised if it goes up to 100%. The reason why is because the higher skill levels of play and in the pro scene, the tournaments, they all stay together. They're grouped up, and more importantly, they're organized. So being organized, being able to stay together, that extra healing from the heal song is going to be ridiculous, like absolutely crazy, crazy powerful. Now, for the casual player, the average, guy just on the comp ladder, this is probably going to be a nerf because those kinds of games tend to be a lot more disorganized. Players don't always want to work together. They kind of go off and they do their own thing. So for a disorganized team, this is definitely a nerf to the character. But for those teams at the higher levels of play or who are more organized, or if you're playing in a 6-stack, these changes are crazy, crazy powerful for Lucio. Like I said, right now, pro pick rate for this character is 96%. I expect it to probably go up to like 100%. Seriously, these are crazy good changes for the character. So those are all the major changes on the PTR. Guys, let me know what you think about all of these changes. Give your feedback, put it down in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the new content. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, share it with your friends. Remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.